Hi students, welcome to DS Economics channel. Today we are going to discuss 2020 February Kerala State Eligibility Test Economics Previous Year question, and this is your part 1. In this part we are going to discuss from question number 1 to 40 question. So those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel, and those who do not watch the previous videos, previous Kerala State questions, they can watch in the playlist. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box so that you can watch all the previous year questions of Kerala State. So let's start the videos of 2020 February Kerala State. Here question number 1. Examine which of the following codes is or are correct. Here given code 1, 2, 3 types of effect: money, income, price and real income. First one is code 1, income effect. In income effect, money income changes, price remain constant and real income changes. If we see the income effect means change in income, but here price remain constant, price of the goods remain constant, only money income changes, money income rise or fall. Then what is the effect in real income? When, so this is right, in income effect only money income changes and price remain constant. When money income changes, we can say the effect of real income also changes. So here code 1 is correct. Then option 2, code 2, in substitution effect, money income changes, price constant, real income constant. No, in substitution effect only price changes. Here money income remain constant, only price of the substitute goods changes. Then when price of the substitute goods changes, then its effect on the demand for the for its substitute goods, we measure its quantity demand. When price of the substitute goods changes, what will be the effect on the other substitute goods? So here money income remain constant, so it doesn't change. Then price effect, only price effect changes. So here option 2 is incorrect. Then option 3, in price effect means change in price, and when in price effect money income constant. Yes, in price effect money income remain constant, there is no change in the income, but price changes. In price effect only price changes. Due to change in price, real income, due to change in price, real income of the consumer changes. When price of a good falls, real income increases, and when price of a good rises, real income decreases. So here in price effect money income remain constant, it is right, and price effect changes and real income changes. So here code 3 is right. Code 1 and 3, these two are right in this code. So code 1 and 3 are correct. Option C is correct here. Then question number 2. Question number 2 is, the revenue raised through the printing of money is called inflation tax, signorage, deflationary tax, or none of this. So the revenue raised through the printing of money, when we collect revenue by printing of money, it is called as signorage. Signorage, option B is right. Signorage, it means signorage refers to the profit made by the government from issuing currency, especially when the value of the money or face value exceed the cost of the producing it. So here the face value, suppose in a paper note is it written 2000, so the face value of the paper note is 2000. So when the face value exceed the cost of producing it, when we produce the 2000 rupees, we can say suppose it cost raise 5. So cost of production of 2000 rupees is 5, but its face value is 2000. So it is called as signorage. So essentially it is the difference between the value of money and the cost of produce it. So it is the difference between value of money and the cost of producing it. So it is called as signorage effect. Then question number 3, learner index is a measure of firms monopoly power, measure of industries monopoly power, or both or none. The learner index, it is the monopoly power of firms. So learner index is a measure of firms monopoly power, not industry monopoly power. It is the single unit. Learner index is a measure of firms monopoly power. So the learner index, it measures the degree of market power of a firm possesses by comparing its price to its marginal cost. So we compare here firms price to its marginal. When price is greater than marginal cost, then we can say the firm earning profit, and when price is less than marginal cost, then it will suffer loss. So this is the relation between price and marginal cost. We measure it by learner index. So option A is correct. Then question number 4, under perfect competition, economic efficiency is achieved when? So under perfect competition market, economic efficiency is achieved when MRTS LK of X is equal to MRTS LK of Y. This is right. When marginal rate of technical substitution between L and K of X good is equal to MRTS LK of Y. This is right. Then MRS XY of A means marginal rate of substitution for good X and Y of A is equal to MRS XY of B. This is also right. In perfect competition, MRTS LK, it is in isoquant, and MRS XY, it is in indifference curve. Then MRS XY of A is equal to MRS XY of B is equal to MRT. So MRT, it is called as marginal rate of transformation. So this is also right. First one is, it is the condition of MRTS LK of X is equal to MRTS LK of Y. It is the condition of production efficiency. It is the condition of production efficiency. Economic efficiency, first one is production efficiency, because this is achieved when the marginal rate of technical substitution between labor and capital of A X is equal to Y or all firms. So this ensures that firms are minimizing production cost for any given level of output. So this is called as production efficiency, first one. Then second one, MRS XY of A is equal to MRS XY of Y in indifference curve. It is called as consumption efficiency. First one is production efficiency, MRTSLK, and MRS XY, it is called as consumption efficiency. So this is achieved when the marginal rate of substitution between goods X and Y is equal across all consumers, so ensuring that the allocation of goods between consumer is optimal. So it is called as consumption efficiency. Then third one, MRS XY of A is equal to MRS XY of B is equal to MRT. This indicate overall economic efficiency. This is the combination of two, so it is called as overall economic efficiency. So it is called as overall economic efficiency. So this achieved when both consumption efficiency and production efficiency are balanced. Here both consumption and production efficiency are balanced, so it is called as overall economic efficiency, ensuring that the marginal rate of substitution equals the marginal rate of transformation. MRS is equal to MRT, so meaning that goods are being produced and allocated optimally. So here MRS and MRT, these are equal, so it is what it indicate? It indicates that goods are being produced and allocated optimally. So thus for overall economic efficiency, all these three conditions must be satisfied here. So all these three, all the conditions A, B, C are satisfied. So here right option is option number A. Then question number 5, according to supply side economics, a tax cut according to supply side means producer side, when a tax cut, what happened? Will increase aggregate supply, will increase aggregate demand, shift both aggregate supply and aggregate demand towards right, or leaves both aggregate supply and aggregate demand unaltered, unchanged or unaltered. So when supply side economics, a tax cut, when a tax cut means aggregate supply arise because when tax cut or tax reduce, then it is believed to incentivized work. It increase work, investment, production, so which increases aggregate supply by enhancing productivity and reducing cost. So when tax cut, then it enhance productivity, enhance or increase productivity and reduce cost reduce. So when tax cut, cost of production reduce. So when cost of production reduce, then supply increases. So supply side shift, aggregate supply shift, then aggregate demand case we take aggregate demand. So additionally, when a tax cut increases, so when tax cut, what happened? Disposable income after tax. So disposable income, it boosting consumer spending, which increases aggregate demand. So therefore both aggregate supply and aggregate demand shift to the right. When tax cut, it shift both aggregate supply as well as aggregate demand towards the right. Supply, we discuss how supply increase. Here when cost of production decreases, then supply increases. And when from the consumer side, when tax cut, then the disposable income of a consumer rises. So consumer buy the same good at lower price. So here the consumer increase his demand. So here in when tax cut, both aggregate supply as well as aggregate demand increases. Option C is right here. Then question number 6, impossibility trinity implies. So what is impossibility trinity? So impossibility trinity means 3. So it is also called as trilemma, trinity or trilemma. So trilemma, it implies that a country cannot simultaneously achieve the 3 policy goal. So at a time the country cannot achieve the 3 policies at a time. So what are these 3 policies? First one is fixed exchange rate, full convertibility of currency in capital account, and independent monetary policy. So this is the right option according to impossibility trinity. The trilemma suggests that a country can only achieve 2 out of the 3 at any given time. At any given time, these are the 3 policies. 1, 2 and 3. But a country can achieve only 2 policy at a time. So it only achieve 2 policies at a time, not 3 policies. So first one is fixed exchange rate. Fixed exchange rate, maintaining a stable exchange rate with respect to another currency. So it is called as fixed exchange rate. Then full convertibility of currency in capital account. So full convertible of currency in capital account, it means free flow of capital in and out of the country without restriction. So full convertibility means free flow of capital without any restriction. Then third one is independent monetary policy. So in independent monetary policy, the ability to set interest rate and control domestic money supply to achieve macroeconomic objectives like inflation control or economic growth, it is through the independent monetary policy. So if a country tries to pursue all these 3 policies simultaneously, it will face policy conflict, because these are different concepts. So when a country tries to achieve these 3 at a time, so it create conflict. So therefore a choice must be made between which 2 goals to prioritize, either fixed exchange rate, full convertibility of currency, or fixed exchange rate, independent monetary policy, or we can say independent monetary policy with full convertibility, this. But one country cannot achieve all these 3 policy at a time. So option A is correct here. Then question number 7, leverage ratio refers to ratio of dash, capital to asset, asset to capital, debt to equity, or none of this. So leverage ratio refers to debt to equity ratio. So what is leverage ratio? Generally, the leverage ratio typically refers to the ratio of a company's debt to its equity, which measures the extent to which a firm is using broader money, or we can say debt, to finance its operation relative to its own funds like equity. So it is called as leverage ratio. Debt to equity ratio. Debt to equity ratio is called leverage ratio. Then question number 8. Public goods are they are non-rival in consumption. Yes, public goods are non-rival. Non-rival means what? One person use of good doesn't reduce its availability to others. When one person use the good, it doesn't reduce its availability to others. So it is called as non-rival. This is right. Then that are non-exclusive, or we can say public good two characteristics are non-rival and non-excludable. So non-exclusive, it is also included in public good. Non-excludable means it is difficult or impossible to exclude individuals from using the good. When one individual use the good, other also at the same time use that good, like public park, etc. So these are the characteristics of public good: non-rival, non-excludable. Then third is leads to a free rider problem. Yes, in public good we can see the problem of free rider problem. So free rider means since people cannot be excluded from using the good, so individuals may benefit from it without contributing to its cost. So it leads to the free rider problem. So though it we get it in free of cost, so individual may benefit from it without contributing to its cost. So it lead to free rider problem. So maximum utilization of resources, so it create free rider problem. So these all are from the public good side. So option 1, 2, 3 are correct. So A is right. Then question number 9. Question number 9 is, for a perfectly competitive firm, TC, total cost is equal to 3Q square minus 14Q plus 12. TR, total revenue is equal to 4Q. Then find the equilibrium output using marginal approach. So equilibrium output, equilibrium condition for perfect competitive market is MC is equal to MR. So here we have to find the MC and MR from TC and TR. So equilibrium condition is MC is equal to MR. So here TC is equal to 3Q square minus 14Q plus 12. So from TC we find out MC. MC is equal to dTC by dQ, means derivative of total cost with respect to Q is equal to 3Q square. Derivative is equal to 3 into 2 is equal to 6Q minus 14Q derivative is equal to 14, and 12 derivative is equal to 0 because it is a constant term. So here MC is equal to 6Q minus 14, and from TR we can find out MR. So MR is equal to dTR by dQ, derivative of total revenue with respect to Q. So here derivative of 4Q is equal to only 4. So derivative of TC is equal to MC. MC is equal to 6Q minus 14. MR is equal to 4. So here we have to equalize the two concepts because the equilibrium condition is equal to MC is equal to MR. So here we can write 6Q minus 14 is equal to 4. So 6Q is equal to 4 plus 14. This implies 6Q is equal to 18. This implies Q is equal to 18 by 6 is equal to 6 3 is 18. So here Q value is equal to 3. So here question asks for find the equilibrium output. So equilibrium output or Q is equal to 3. So option C. Here option C is the right option because in option 3 it is given 3. Option C. Then question number 10. Money that has no intrinsic value is called commodity money, gold standard, fiat money, none of this. So here question asks money that has no intrinsic value. Intrinsic value means here there are two types of value in a money. One is face value, and one is intrinsic value. Face value means what is written on the paper. Suppose it written it's 2000. So here the face value of the paper note is equal to 2000, but its intrinsic value is what is the value of the paper from which the currency paper note is made. So suppose 1, 2, 3 rupees something, very minimum. Or we can say if government ban or demonetize the rupees, then the value of the intrinsic value is 0 here. So money that has no intrinsic value, it is called as commodity gold. This is not, it is called as fiat money, PFIAT. It is called as fiat money because fiat money has no intrinsic value. Its value is derived solely from the government's decree that it must be accepted as a form of payment. Unlike other, we can say in commodity money, like commodity money means before paper note we use gold or silver coin in commodity money, and fiat money is not backed by a physical commodity. Fiat money just, it has no intrinsic value. So that money which has no intrinsic value is called as fiat money. Question number 11, the misery index measures. What the misery index measures? First one is the political effect of unemployment and inflation. It is the sum of unemployment and inflation. Yes, misery index, it measures the political effect of unemployment and inflation, and it is the sum of unemployment and inflation. So 1 and 2 are correct according to misery effect. So the misery index, it measures the combined effect of unemployment and inflation on the economy. So it is calculated as the sum of the unemployment rate and the inflation rate. Then the index is often used to assess the overall economic discomfort experienced by individuals, and it can also have political implication. So here option 1 and 2 are correct. Then question number 12. Question number 12 is an open market purchase of bonds. When in open market bonds are purchased, it shift the LM curve to the left or shift the LM curve to the right, or LM curve remain unaffected, or none of the above. Actually, when in the open market purchase of bond, when bonds are purchased, it shift the LM curve to the right. It shift the LM curve here LM1, and it shift the LM curve to the right, LM2. So IS remains same, only LM curve shift, because and when in an open market purchase of bonds by the central bank, it increases the money supply. When central bank buys bonds, then it the supply of money supply in the economy increases. When money supply increases, interest rate decrease. When money supply increase, then interest rate decreases, which encourages investment. When interest rate decrease, then investment rise. When investment rise, it increases the demand for money for transaction. When investment rise, demand for money also increases. So this shift the LM curve. When demand for money increases, then LM curve also shift to the right, because which represent money market equilibrium to the right. This shift the LM curve. When demand for money rises, LM curve. LM means liquidity and money supply. It increases. So it shift the LM curve to the right. Then question number 13. The proponent behind infant industry argument is Samuelson, Jacob Weiner, Alexander Hamilton, Amartya Sen, who? So the proponent behind the infant industry argument concept given by Alexander Hamilton. So right option is C, Alexander Hamilton, because Alexander Hamilton is credited with being one of the early proponents of the infant industry argument. So this argument suggests that emerging industries in developing nation may need protection, that is through tariff protection we can protect our emerging industries from international competition until they become mature and competitive. Till our infant industry become mature and competitive, we should protect our emerging industry through different tariff rates. So it is called as infant industry argument. So it given by Alexander Hamilton. Then question number 14. Question number 14 is, given the following data, find the increase in real income from year 1 to year 5. So we have to find out the what the increase in real income from year 1 to year 5. Data given at items: total income, price index. In year 1 the total income is $400 billion and price index is $1 billion, and in year 5 in total income is $450 billion and price index is $1.5 billion. Here we find the value of what is the real income. So formula for real income, real income is equal to total income by price index. So formula for real income, it is equal to total income by what is the price index. So here there are two year 1 and year. So you have to find out separate from year 1 what is the real income, and in year 5 what is the real income. Then we compare it increase or decrease. First see, in year 1 what is the value of real income. In year 1 real income is equal to total income by price index. So here total income is equal to 400 by price index is equal to 1. 1.0 means 1. So 400 by 1 is equal to same 400. So in year 1 real income is 400, and in year 5 in same process we find out the value of real income. In year 5 real income is equal to 450 by 1.5. 450 by 1.5. When we divide it, its value is 300. So in year 1 real income in 1 year and real income in year 5. In 1 it is 400 and in 5 year 5 it is 300. So question asks for find the increase in real income from year 1 to in year 5. But we see there is a decrease in real income, means in year 1 real income is 400 and in year 5 real income is 300. So the decrease is 100 decrease, $100 billion decrease in real income from year 1 to year 5. Here if we find the change in real income, here if we find change in real income is equal to present real income minus previous real income. Present real income is equal to what? $300 billion minus past real income is equal to 400. So 300 minus 400 is equal to minus 100. So from this figure we see that there is a decrease of $100 billion in real income, not an increase. So if question asked for find the decrease in real income from year 1 to year 5, that is 100. But here question asks for increase. So it is not increase but decrease. If question asks for decrease, then option B should be the right option, because the value is $100 billion decrease. But here question asks for increase, so the answer should be none of the above. So there is a slightly difference answer. So according to this question, there is none of these above the right option. But if question asks for find the change in real income from year 1 to year 5, we can say that is 100. But here question asks for increase, there is no increase but minus 100. So none of these above is the right option. Then question number 15. DAS is also known as negative taxes. Transfer payments, regressive tax, proportional tax or progressive tax. So these are the different tax structure: regressive, proportional, progressive. Progressive means this type of tax is called progressive. When income increases, tax rate increases. This is called progressive tax. Then proportional means same for all, like indirect tax, same for all the people given the same range of tax. And regressive means it is opposite, means when income rises, tax rate decreases. So these are the different concept of tax. But what is known as negative tax, negativeness, it is called as transfer payment. Transfer payments are called as negative tax, because transfer payments are often referred as negative tax because they involve the government providing money to individuals. Here transfer payment means from government the money transferred to individual or public. So by different policies, different program policies like unemployment benefit, social security or welfare, old or old age pension, rather than collecting taxes from them. So here government's income goes to the individual. So it is called as transfer payments. So transfer payment, it is otherwise called as negative taxes, because here from taxes we give this type of benefits to the people, so it decrease the tax, so it is called as negative taxes. Then question number 16. Duties that vary with the price of the commodities imported are sliding scale duties, specific duties, ad valorem duties, or none of the. Duties means one type of tax. So duties or tax that vary with price of the commodities. When price of the commodities according to the price, its duty or tax varies, it is called as sliding scale duties. It is called as sliding scale duties because sliding scale duties, it is also known as variable duties, means changing duties, are tariffs that vary with the price of the imported commodities. When price increases, its duties increase, and when price decrease, duty decrease. So the duty changes according to the price level of the goods being imported. So it is called as sliding scale duties. Then question number 17. Crowding out occurs when dash leads to dash. So crowding out means increase in government expenditure, then private expenditure. So here crowding out when expansionary fiscal policy leads to fall in interest rate, or expansionary fiscal policy leads to rise in interest rate, or contractionary fiscal policy leads to rise in interest rate, or contractionary fiscal policy leads to interest rate remain unchanged. Here crowding out occurs when expansionary fiscal policy leads to rise in interest rate. So option B is right here, because crowding out, it occurs when expansionary fiscal policy. Expansionary fiscal policy means what? Such as increase government spending or tax cut. Expansionary fiscal policy means either increase in spending, government spending, or reducing in taxes. It leads to higher interest rate, so it leads to rise in interest rate. So the increased government borrowing raises the demand for loanable funds, which pushes up interest rate and can reduce private investment spending. So here government investment rises and private investment decreases. So it is called as crowding out effect. So option B is right here. Then question number 18. Green bonds were first issued by World Bank 2008, or Ministry of Environment Forest 2008, or Environment and Pollution Control Board, or Ministry of Finance. So green bonds were issued by World Bank, first time by World Bank in 2018. So option A is right here. Green bonds were first issued by World Bank in 2008. So these bonds are specifically intended to support projects with positive environmental impacts. So green bonds, what it indicate? It indicate positive environmental impact like positive externality, create positive environmental impact. So it is called as green bond. So option A is right here. Then question number 19, examine whether list 1 is correctly matched with list 2. First one is 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 committee. 𝙁𝙍𝙀 committee related with indirect tax. Yes, 𝙁𝙍𝙀 committee related with indirect tax, right. Then Swachh Bharat cess service tax. Swachh Bharat cess is a type of service tax. Then Indira Awas Yojana, Ministry of Rural Development. Yes, this is right. Then Tendulkar committee related with poverty elimination program, poverty. So these all are correct here. Option 1, 2, 3, 4 all are correct. Then question number 20, which of the following statements with respect to capacity curve is correct? So what is capacity? First one is, it introduces a relationship between nutrition and capacity. Yes, this is right. It introduces a relation between nutrition and capacity. So it is called as capacity curve. So the capacity curve illustrates how an individual's work capacity is related to their level of nutrition. So this is right. Then second option, the capacity curve is initially close to 0. Yes, the capacity curve is initially 0, then increase. So at low level of nutrition, the work capacity is often minimal or 0. Then when nutrition increases, then capacity increase. Then question number 3, option 3, there will be a marked increase in work capacity with nutrition. When nutrition increases, work capacity increases. So this is also right. There will be marked increase in work capacity with nutrition. When nutrition increases, then work capacity of the individual also increase. So option 3 is right. Then the capacity curve doesn't have a diminishing returns phase. The capacity curve doesn't have a diminishing returns phase. No, this is not necessarily true, because when capacity, it sometimes it also diminishes. So the capacity curve typically does exhibit a diminishing return phase at higher level of nutrition, meaning the statement that it doesn't have a diminishing return phase, this is incorrect. So here option 4 is incorrect. Option 1, 2, 3 are correct. So option 1, 2, 3 are in the option number A. So A is correct here. Then question number 21. Question is, a country will tend to export commodities that are intensive in factors that are posed by that country in a relative abundance is the essence of. This is called as Hexer-Oylin theory. This is the direct definition or statement of Hexer-Oylin theory. According to Hexer-Oylin theory, a country will export goods that utilize factors of production such as labor, capital or land that are relatively abundant within the country, and import goods that utilize factors that are relatively scarce. So export goods that are abundant and import goods that are scarce. So this is the statement of Hexer-Oylin. Then question number 22. Indirect demand is also known as producer demand, consumer demand, autonomous or non-durable. So indirect demand, it is called as producer demands, because producer demand is not direct demand. Consumer demand is direct demand, but producer demand is derived demand. It is called as derived demand or indirect demand. We can say derived or indirect. So indirect demand, also known as derived demand, it refers to the demand for goods or services that arises from the demand for other products. For example, the demand for raw materials or components that producer need to manufacture their product. So it is called as derived or producer demand. It is called as indirect demand. Then question number 23. A theory that extensively discuss horizontal differentiation of products. It is called as Revsky theorem, product cycle theorem, or Lancaster model, or none of this. So a theory that extensively discuss horizontal differentiation of product. Horizontal differentiation means this type of differentiation, horizontal differentiation. It is called as Lancaster model. In Lancaster model, it is developed by Calvin Lancaster extensively discuss horizontal differentiation of products by focusing on how consumers value the different characteristics or attributes of products. So this model helps explain why consumers might prefer one variation of a product over another based on their attributes. So it is called as Lancaster model. Then question number 24. Which of the following statements with respect to Gunnar-Myrdal's theory of underdevelopment is correct? Gunnar-Myrdal theory of underdevelopment. First one is, the theory is based on the concept of both regional and international equality. Yes, in Gunnar-Myrdal theory, this is based on the concept of both regional and international equality. Regional equality as well as international equality. Then second one is, the theory explains the operation of strong backwash effect and weak spread effect of underdeveloped countries. Yes, in underdeveloped countries you can see there is strong backwash effect and weak spread effect. So both A and B are correct here, because strong backwash effect and weak spread effect arise in underdeveloped countries. So the strong backwash effect means what? Strong backwash effect means backwash. It refers to how economic growth in developed region can negatively impact underdeveloped countries by siphoning of resources and investment. While the weak spread effect means it refers to the limited positive impact of the growth in developed region on underdeveloped countries. So these two statements are under Gunnar-Myrdal's theory of underdevelopment. So option C is right here. Then question number 25. The highest form of economic integration is economic union, custom union, free trade, or none of this. So highest form of economic integration is economic union, because you know that the lowest form of economic union is preferential. First is preferential trading area, then custom union, then common market, then economic union, and last one is political union. This is the highest economic integration is political union, lowest is preferential trading area. So here according to question, economic union is the highest economic integration. So option A is right. Then question number 26. Ad valorem tax is, ad valorem means according to the value tax is imposed. So tax imposed in accordance with the value of the, so option A is correct, because tax imposed in accordance with the value of the product. This is called as ad valorem. Ad valorem means according to the value of the product, the tax is imposed. When the value of the product is high, then tax imposed tax is high, then vice versa. So option A is right here. Then question number 27. The name associated with harmonizing the role of development financial institution and banks, it is called as 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 𝙀𝘍𝙀 Tarapur Narasimha Raghuram Rajan. So the name associated with harmonizing the role of development financial institution and banks, it is called as 𝙁𝙍𝙀 Khan. So 𝙁𝙍𝙀 Khan was known for his work on the integration of development financial institutions and commercial banks in India, particularly through his work on financial sector reforms and policies. So 𝙁𝙍𝙀 Khan is the right option. Then question number 28. For mutually exclusive events A and B, probability of A intersection B is dashed and probability of A union B is dashed. So here question asks for mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events means there is no common element between the two. Between A and B set there is no common element. So it is called as mutually exclusive. Or suppose we can say in set A we can take 1, 2, 3, and in set B we take 4, 5, 6. So this type of elements set are called mutually exclusive, because here there is no common element between the two set. So it is mutually exclusive. So here probability of A intersection B, when we find A intersection B, there is no common element between A and B set. So probability of A intersection B is equal to 0 or empty set, and probability of A union B is equal to, probability of A union B means A plus B means 1 2 3 4 5 6. So probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus B. So first, probability of A intersection B is equal to 0 and A union B is equal to A plus B. So option B is right here. Here option B is right. Then question number 29. Suppose by the year 2000 the government increased its investment spending by $15 billion and the marginal propensity to consume is 1/4 and initial income is $450 billion. What is the new level of income? We have to find out what is the new level of income here. New level of income. So according to data here given is MPC and investment spending. So we find out the result by utilizing the formula of multiplier. So multiplier formula K is equal to 1/1 minus MPC. So we use here the multiplier formula to calculate the value. So K is equal to 1/1 minus MPC. So 1/1 minus MPC value is 1/4. So 1/1 minus 1/4 is equal to 4 into 1 is equal to 1 minus 4 minus 1 means 3/4. So 1/3/4 means 4/3. Its value is K value is multiplier value is 4/3. Then we calculate the total increase in income. So total increase in income. Total increase in income is equal to K into del I. K means multiplier into del I, change in investment. So multiplier value is equal to 4/3 and change in investment is equal to investment spending is equal to 15. So 3 5 is 15. So 4 into 5 is equal to 20. So here total change in income is equal to total change in income, that is 20, and now we can find out the value of new income. So new income is equal to, new income means initial income plus total increase in income. So initial income was 450 means initial income, first initial income plus total increase in income. So initial income was 450 plus total increase in income is equal to 20. So 450 plus 20 is equal to 470. So new income is equal to initial income plus change in income is equal to 450 plus 20 is equal to 470. So here right option is C, 470. Then question number 30. The convex shape of the indifference curve are explained by substitution effect, income effect, price effect, none of this. So convex shape of the indifference curve, it represent what? MRS, marginal rate of substitution. So the convex shape of the indifference curve are explained by substitution effect. Because the convex shape of the indifference curve, it is explained by the concept of diminishing marginal rate of substitution. Because as we move, this is called diminishing marginal, as we move along an indifference curve, the rate at which a consumer is willing to trade one good for another decreases, which result in the curve doing convex to the origin. So this is called as substitution effect. Then question number 31. A measure of the degree of linear association between the two variables is regression, partial correlation, or partial regression. So a measure of the degree of linear association between the two variables, linear association between two variables, it is called as correlation. Because correlation measures what? Correlation measures the degree of linear association between two variables, that is quantifies how closely two variables are moved in relation to each other. So it is called as correlation. Then question number 32, which of the following statements regarding Kisan credit card is correct? KCC, Kisan credit card is correct. First one is, it is a joint initiative of Government of India, RBI and NABARD. Yes, it is a joint initiative of both Government of India, RBI and NABARD, Kisan credit card. Then it provides farmers timely and adequate credit. Yes, it provides farmers timely and adequate credit. It provides credit in the card, so farmers can access credit without repeated bank screening process. Yes, without repeated bank screening process, they get their access credit. So these all are correct according to Kisan credit card. So option A, B, C are correct. Option D. Then question number 33, the gender inequality index is a composite index of gender inequality index. Gender inequality index, there are three index. One is reproductive health, then empowerment, both political, social sector, all sector, reproductive health of women and empowerment of women, and labor market participation. So these all are composite index of gender inequality index, because we see there are many inequality or differences between men and female in labor market participation, empowerment, or health of the female candidate. So here option A is right here. Then question number 34, PURA, Pura, the level of economic upliftment of the village is associated with Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Jawaharlal Nehru, Rajiv Gandhi. It is associated with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He has given the concept of Pura. Pura means providing urban amenities in rural area. Providing urban amenities or urban benefit in rural area means in rural area or village area, which we provide such type of benefits that are provided in the urban area. So this is called as providing urban amenities in rural area. It is given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Then question number 33, the following table matches plan objective with 5-year plan. Which of the following is or are correct? First one is food, work and productivity. This was the objective of 7th plan. Yes, in 7th plan we see that the main objective was food, work and productivity. 7th plan from 1985 to 90. From 1985 to 90. This was the time period of 7th 5-year plan, and the main objective of this plan was food, work and productivity. How to increase productivity, then how to provide food for all, food and work and productivity. Then in 9th plan, the objective was growth with justice, social justice and equality. Yes, this is also correct. In 9th plan, growth with social justice and equality was the main objective in 9th plan. 9th plan time period was 1997 to 2002. 1997 to 2002. Then 6th plan, Garibi Hatao. Yes, but Garibi Hatao slogan was started from 5th 5-year plan from Indira Gandhi, because Janta government says that Indira Hatao, Desh Bachao. But when Indira Gandhi came to power, she changed the name to Garibi Hatao, Desh Bachao. So it was actually from 5th 5-year plan, but the main objective was still continue in Janta government. In 6th 5-year plan also the objective was Garibi Hatao. So option C is also right. Then code for towards faster and more inclusive growth. This was the objective of 11th 5-year plan. 11th 5-year plan objective was faster and more inclusive growth. This is also right. So code 1, 2, 3, 4 all are right here according to the 5-year plan. So Fifth 5-year plan time period was 1980 to 1974 to 78, and sixth 5-year plan time period was 1980 to 85, and 11th 5-year plan 2007 to 2012. Then question number 36, Sabinal Dutt committee is associated with Sabimal Dutt committee is associated with industrial policy, poverty elimination, eradication of inequality, or education policy. It is associated with industrial policy. Sabimal Dutt committee, it is associated with industrial committee, because Sabimal committee was established in 1991 to review the industrial policy in India. So its report contributed to the liberalization and reform of industrial policies during the new economic policy. So this is related with industrial policy. Then question number 37, which of the following quotes are correctly matched? First one is Posner given the concept of technological gap theory. Yes, Posner given the concept of technological gap theory. B. Vernon given the concept of product life cycle theory. Yes, this is also right. Then 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 emerging growth. This is also right. Then Greenway and Milner intra-industry trade. Yes, these all concepts are correct. Posner technological gap theory. B. Vernon product life cycle theory. Then 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 emerging growth. Then Greenway and Milner given the concept of intra-industry trade. So option code 1, 2, 3, 4 all are correct here. Then question number 38, the term Hindu rate of growth is associated with Mahalanobis, 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 𝙀𝘿𝙐𝙀 or Amartya Sen. It is associated with Professor 𝙁𝙍𝙀. Hindu rate of growth, the concept was given by 𝙁𝙍𝙀. Hindu rate of growth, it refers to the low economic growth, very low, like 2 to 3% growth, very low economic growth rate of India, which was typically around 2 to 3% per year, particularly during the period between 1950 to 1980s. So time period was 1950 to 1980s. The economic growth was very low. So this slow growth rate was associated with the economic policies and constraint of that time. So it is not so particularly the Hindu rate of growth, it is not related with Hindu, it is related with the economic growth. So economic growth was very low, so 𝙁𝙍𝙀 just named it at Hindu rate of growth. Then question number 39, absence of symmetry is skewness. Yes, absence of symmetry is called as, because when skewness means it is positively skewed or negatively skewed. Absence of symmetry is called skew. Symmetry means similar type, equal, but absence of symmetry means skewness means either it is positively skewed or negatively skewed. So the right option is option number A. Then today's last question, the divergence between private gains and social gains is called, the divergence between private gains and social gains is called market failure, externality, social cost, or social effect. The divergence between private gain and social gain, it is called as externality, because externality refers to the divergence between private gains, like private gains means it is the cost, and social private gains or private cost, and social gain or social cost. So it occurs when actions of individuals or firms have effect on the third parties that are not reflected in the market price. So it is the effect on the third party. So effect of the third party is called externality. It may either positive or negative externality. So the divergence between the private gain and social gain, it is called as externality. So it may be either positive or negative. So option B is right here. So this is all about for the today's session. I hope you gain some knowledge from this video, from this series. So if you like this video, please like and also comment in the comment section. If you have any doubt, I will try to rectify the answer. And those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel Also watch the previous playlist. So in the next video we are going to in the part 2 from question number 41 to. Thank you all. Jai Jagannath.